Hello everyone. I'm going to be talking about depression. I know it's been talked about so much on the internet, but I don't know. I can just give my take on it. In terms of like my experiences with it, um, I guess like the relationship with like how old people think of depression in terms of like, oh, people are just lazy and losers or what, that type of concept of, well, mental illness, that's not real, or you're weak and stuff like that, which first of all, anyone that's going through any mental illness, but specifically depression, I'm sorry. It's a very unfortunate thing. Um, I'm talking about major depression, like where you have absolutely no hope, uh, no joy in the world. Um, yeah, no joy in the world, no hope. I mean, pretty much everything. It's like your worst day every day. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, it's no joy. Like I said, I'm trying to think of other things, but that's the main thing, no joy and no hope. Um, yeah, you're very tired. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah. Um, now do I think, well, based on me saying, I think it's very unfortunate for people to have it. Yeah, I think it's real. Um, now I think, there's some things you can do to cure it in terms of, you have pills, which they work. But what you should do first is try to exercise unless you're unless you're going through a very unless you're gonna like harm yourself, then you should go through if you're gonna harm yourself, you should take pills, right? And well, I know I'm a little scatterbrained, but I think like, oh, you should take pills if you're gonna harm yourself. But no, you should take pills only if nothing else has worked. Because actually pills literally increase your chance of suicide. Because the thing is people are usually so depressed at this point where if they get a little bit happier from the drugs, it gets it to the point where they have enough energy to, yeah. So, um, yeah, um, to do, yeah, you already know what I'm saying. Um, so yeah, I think you should exercise. I think you should do whatever you can to get yourself out of the environment because it can, it's sneaky. It's gradually, you're going through a rut and you just you don't make the right decisions, or you're going through a tough time or a divorce or whatever. I mean, I don't, obviously I'm a kid, so I haven't went through a divorce, but you go through things in life, and depending on, just your mindset and how, if you're constantly like, you know, your consciousness is literally negative all the time, that's gonna really hurt you. I mean, you're not gonna be able to function. You're not. It's a horrible thing. Um, um, and if you can't work out, if working out doesn't work out for you in terms of, literally curing it, then, do pills, talk to a therapist. I mean, I'm not necessarily against those. I know a lot of people are in the, red pill sphere, I guess. A lot of bootstrap mentality, which I don't like. Yes, work hard, but like if you can't, it just doesn't work out, then okay, see a therapist, right? Try working out first. I've repeated a million times, but yeah. Anything else? I mean, I've gone through it. I mean, it sucks. I don't, it sucks. There's it, I was a completely different person then. You know what I mean? Completely different. You can't function. Can't function. You're so tired. I mean, it's a lot of the same other things. It's just it's a complete stop on any progress, anything. It's so, I mean, man, and why has this happened? For me, just like many other um, young men, technology was a big factor. Of course, I had my personal reasons, obviously, big personal reasons contribute to it, but also, you know, computers, I'm not meant to, you know, talk to someone from Japan. I'm meant to be in my own community, and I'm meant to, I think if we can create a society where there's enough safety and like it's civilized enough where like we don't go into anarchy, but it's like closest to like our evolutionary caveman days with order, that's the best. That's the best thing you can do, right? Imagine like just big communities, we're hanging out, you're eating fruit off the vine, there's no horrible processed food, you're just, oh, there's my potato, right? Like the closest you can get to that without like, obviously there's going to be a drawback. Like, if you yeah, there's going to be a drawback. You're not going to have the freedom of unhealthy food, less freedom. Um, Obviously, governments wouldn't be super. I mean, they'd be kind of limited to an extent, right? Okay, that's way off topic. Let's talk about the governments and tribes with depression, but it's true. Um, yeah. I took I didn't really take a break from YouTube. But I did, just kind of upload for a little bit. So these videos have been a little, I don't know. The one I made just before was a little scatterbrained. This one was too, but yeah, I'm doing the best I can. I just want to put something out here, something. I don't think it's, horrible work at the end, but I'll see you.